Hey everybody, and welcome to the stream. In tonight's stream, I'm going to continue working on the Orks, and I'll just be working on some painting some of the bases, and just working on some details as well. Alright, let's get something set up here. Hey, that guy, how's it going? I was debating whether to do a stream tonight or whether to play with my airbrush setup. I bought a new airbrush compressor and a new airbrush, and I was thinking about playing with that a little bit, see if I can get the thing running and get all the cords set up and everything. But then I decided, you know what, let me just get these orcs finished, because once I get the once I get these guys done, then when I get the airbrush up and running, I can use it to prime some miniatures. And I have a whole bunch of orcs that need to be primed, and I've never done priming using an airbrush before, so I wanted to play with that. So we'll see. Maybe if I... Hey, Unseen Dragon, how's it going? Maybe if I get these done, yeah, I might grab the old airbrush and see how far I can get into the setup of it. But I kind of have the feeling that these orcs are going to keep me busy. Hey, Ross, how's it going? Man, you guys just showed up so fast today. Was there another stream that that just ended or something? I think what I'm gonna do, actually, I was gonna work on details and the bases, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to start doing my yellow. I've been thinking about converting the helmets on all my orcs to yellow, because I want to have that that yellow accent, and that's what I've been doing on the shoulder pads. But a lot of the orcs, they don't have shoulder pads, so, but I want all of them to have some yellow, so that's what I'm gonna do. And there was a base that somebody, I can't remember which stream I was watching, somebody was talking about that there's a really cool base you can use to make it easy for your yellow to look good, and I can't remember what it was, but I'm hoping it was this one. So I'll be using this as a base color or a foundation. I don't even think Citadel makes this color anymore, or at least not under that name. This is one of the old foundation paints that I bought years and years ago. Yeah, JBL, I'm testing out some new music tonight. This is I was previously using a playlist that was approved by Twitch, so they wouldn't mute my video on demand videos. This one is not. It's some royalty free music that I got. It's technically not Twitch approved for the VODs, but but it is. I do have the license for it for YouTube, so that's what I'm testing right now. I'm curious what Twitch is gonna do on the recordings. Get my palette set up here. Yeah, it does look like mustard. Yellow's kind of a tough color to paint. At least I find. You have to do a lot of layers, otherwise it just shines through. But these foundation paints that Citadel released years back, these have a higher pigment count from my understanding, so they cover better. And then once you get the foundation, then I'm gonna come in with Ariel yellow, and that'll be the actual yellow that I want. But I just need some kind of solid foundation, so I'm gonna try this one as a starting point. Alright, so let's dive in. Did anybody happen to watch the meteor shower that was happening tonight? My wife and I went out there for probably half an hour. Hey Gredler, how's it going? We were out there for about half an hour watching the skies, and we actually saw, I think we saw probably, I want to say about 6 or 7 meteors. 2 of them were like huge. The rest of them were just like little streaks that like they just disappear in the blink of an eye. You still see them, but it's just like, it's like half a second and it's gone. The creepy thing is always the satellites. Where you look up in the sky, you see all these stars, and then all of a sudden you see one of the stars moving, and then you're like, oh, okay, it's a satellite, because it just goes on a straight line. But the weird thing we saw today was, like, if you stare at the sky for long enough, you're going to see the satellites. So you'll see them kind of streaking across the sky, and you can actually even get an app for Google, for Android, that will tell you when the space station goes around. So you can kind of see if you might be able to see the space station, and it's just a big bright light that streaks across the sky. The creepy thing we saw tonight was we're watching one of these satellites go by in a straight line, and I swear to God the things stopped moving in a straight line. It was started to kind of go off to the sides a little bit, and we were like freaking out. We're like, oh my God, it's a UFO. There's no way that satellite should be going. It seemed like it was going kind of a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, then it would like kind of almost stop and then keep going. I don't know if our eyes were playing tricks on us, or if there's some weird stuff going up in the sky, some sort of heresy. It's just nighttime there. I wonder if it'll still be around, because you probably have to wait until about, I'd say maybe 11 p.m. your time, or maybe midnight, for it to be dark enough. Unless you live in a remote area where it's like super dark as soon as it gets dark, then you might be able to catch it earlier. Hey Yeti, how's it going? Alright, let's try this. Let's try this Eodin Dark Sun. Yandin? I don't know how to pronounce that. Let's try it out.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy. You can say I'm weak. You think that using her will get to me. And if you're right, then you're in trouble, D.
Mustard paint, yeah. The Orks are coming along nice. I decided to paint the helmets yellow because I love yellow. I was going through and downloading a bunch of these songs to add to the playlist, and this song came on, and I was like, what is this, country music? And I'm not a huge fan of country music, but this song kind of caught my attention, and halfway through they kind of have a little bit of a dubstep remix added to it. I'm like, hey, this is actually not too bad. So I kept it. Oh, that's way too watery. J Money up 201. Hey, how's it going? What do you guys think of this song? Yeah, what's going on, Grandler? I haven't seen you stream for a few days. I've been missing you, man. Taking a little bit of a break. Work, eh? J Money, you like the song? I think it's pretty neat. I think there might be a few more songs in this playlist that are similar to that one, so. It's so hard to find good music that that you can get a license for, like royalty-free music. So Grendler, what kind of airbrush do you use? Are you using the Eclipse I think HPCS? Or do you use a badger? Man, with these orcs, on some of the old ones, let's see if I can find an old one here. Come on. This one? Nope. Here. See, like this one. This is one of the ones I painted a couple years ago. What I did is I see how they have that little nub sticking out, and then this part. So you can basically put the arm on, but it stays without gluing. So the cool thing is you can kind of put it on and you can paint, but if you need to, like if the gun is here and it's in your way, you can just take the you know, either push the arm down or take it off and then finish painting. So that made it easier to paint. But with these new ones, this was like these were from a starter set, like one of those easier, I think it was Assault on Black Reach. These are the new orcs, and the only way to attach the arm is to actually glue it. There's no way to like just push it in, it won't stay. So I glued them, but then it's like it's hard to, some of the stuff is, the angles are hard to get in. But I don't like painting models without having all the pieces glued. I don't know. You got an Iwata? Is it the HB CS? The model number? Oh, cool. Do you have any tips for doing priming your miniatures with an airbrush? I've never primed. I've only used my airbrush, my old one, a few times. Just like to testing. Never actually painted a model with it or anything. But it was an old Badger, and my compressor sucked. But now I got a nice compressor, and I got the nice Iwata airbrush. I want to start with by learning how to do some priming. I'm just wondering if there's any tricks or tips on how primer paints differ from just regular airbrush paints. I ordered some Vallejo primer paints. I ordered black and white and gray. So far the white one came in, the other two I'm still waiting for. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this yellow base. It's covering pretty nicely. It's not the right yellow yet, but as a base it'll do really well, I think. priming is a very good training with the airbrush. Cool. That's what I was thinking too. Like, I got a whole bunch of minis to prime, so why not use, you know, play with that first. Oh yeah, I definitely still want to use the brush. But I also want to... I'm mainly interested in airbrushing for some of the bigger models. Like if I'm going to paint an airplane, like the Ork jet that I have, it's just like huge. Or my Def Dread, or even maybe some of the Kilocans. On the bigger models, I want to learn how to use the airbrush for those. At least for the base colors, maybe some blends, and then I can come in with the brush and do more details.
We are the ones who mark a new beginning. We are the ones of the spoken word. We are the ones who keep the planet spinning. And yes, one day we will rule the world.
Alright, I think that's pretty good. For the base, I will leave it there. Actually, I think I'm gonna paint this little part of the gun yellow as well. This little square right here. And maybe that plate right there as well. Yeah, hell, why not? Let's get some yellow in here. Man, did I move my camera around or something? Because it feels like... Here.
We are the grass and the flowers, the sun and the wind, unto entwined lovers. We are the ones who keep the planet spinning.
Stripes? You mean kind of like this? I don't think I'm gonna do stripes for the Orks, just because my Iron Warriors are gonna have the stripes. So I want to keep that for... Why can I not get comfortable here? It's like my seat's too far away or something. There we go, that's better.
Make the ground shake.
Leonis Imperotaris. Hope I pronounced that right. Welcome to the stream, thanks for the follow. Looks like it's made of crayons. Yeah, that's the that's this base colored yellow. It's kind of like a mustard. It's just a base though. I'm gonna wait for it to dry. And then I'm gonna come in and hit it with this. And then it'll look a lot nicer and brighter. Never seen anybody paint them. You've only seen them at the end of your bolters and plasma cannons, eh? So which chapter do you play? Thanks, man. They were looking a little too boring to me without the yellow, so I decided to start adding a little bit of yellow to it. I'm just trying to start with laying down a foundation paint on it. If you don't have a strong foundation on it, it just looks like crap. Alliance Blade Strike Force 10k, holy smokes. Dude, 10,000 points, eh? That's a big army. Well, for Space Marines, it's actually not that big. Well, it is, but I can't even imagine 10,000 points of Orks. That would be like insane. But hey, if you're gonna get into the game, might as well go big, right? Go big or go home. 10,000 points sounds like fun. Well, if you want to learn how to really paint nicely, you should check out Grendler's channel, if you haven't already. I'm still a noob at painting. I'm just, and I'm painting these orcs just to like tabletop quality, because I want to get the army done. Oh, sweet. You should stream your stuff. Why not? It's kind of fun, and yeah, you can get feedback and ideas from people. When I'm not streaming, I'm always watching somebody else. I've got, even if I'm working on stuff, I'll have a stream playing in the background and just kind of tune in here and there. You always pick up a few tips along the way. Always slacking, eh? Nice. What kind of mini is that? Oh, that's your 10,000 point army? Nice. Check out the Titans. Got a drop pod in there. That's cool, man. What the heck are those things on the left there? Are those wolves or something? Some kind of riders? What is that stuff on the left? Frick Gaze. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Blood Rage? Oh, okay. Finished your first orc? Sweet. Got any picks yet? Will I be making the yellow rusty? I'm not sure yet. For now, I'm just trying to see if I can make the yellow look nice. And then I might do some other effects on top of that. Thanks for the host, Grenler. Let's take a look. Nice. Oh, you had that issue with the shield, right? Thanks for the host, guys. I'm hoping this yellow turns out nice. How blind am I? I am totally blind, dude. I think I'll let this guy dry while I work on the next one. Oh man, this one's going to be a bit harder to get into that the left side or here, or the left side of his helmet. Well, that wasn't actually as hard as I thought it's going to be to get into that little spot there. I'm hoping this yellow looks good once it's once I get the other color on there. Thanks, man. I think I'll continue on with the where did that other guy go? Where is he? I'll do the gun on this one as well. After I do this one, the other one should be dry, so I'll go back and do the brighter colored yellow because I want to see what it looks like. I have some of that stuff here. Blood for the blood gun. I haven't used it yet. Might try it out on some of these orcs later on. look at this one. I think I might do one more thin layer. I think this is the second country slash dubstep song. It's kind of a really weird combination. It's the first time I've ever heard a country song remixed with a dubstep flair to it. Go back to this one. Maybe add a little bit of one more thin layer because I can see it still shining through just a little bit. I guess it helps if I paint on the within the view of the camera. Still getting used to this overhead perspective on my camera setup. By the way, guys, if you haven't checked it out yet, well, depending if you're on your PC or on cell phone, but in my in the description for my channel, I added a link to the contest that I'm running right now. I'm giving away some 2-player starter sets, or a choice of a 2-player starter set for either Infinity or Malifaux or Wrath of Kings. And if you guys are following me on this stream, if you go in and enter the contest, just by being a follower on the stream, you're already eligible for 25 entries into the contest. The draw is going to happen, I think, in 3 days or 2 days. It'll tell you when you go to the page. I know some of you have already entered, I just wasn't sure if all of you were aware of it. Shoot. Just got yellow all over the guy's skin there. I'll have to come back and fix that later. I'll let this guy dry. Okay, I think it's ready to Never heard of Infinity from Corvus Belli? Or Malifaux from Weird Miniatures? Wrath of Kings is fairly new. It's a game created by it was originally a Kickstarter by Cool Mini or Not, Simon. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back, and then I'm gonna paint the I'm gonna do the Ariel yellow on there. I'm gonna see what it looks like, and then if it looks good, then I'm gonna continue on with the rest of these guys that have helmets or they're shooters. Convert them to yellow. Alright, I'll be right back. There you go, guys. I got the why is he blurry? There we go. Man, this camera just does not want to focus. That's the kind of troll I like to see on the stream. So, Leonis, you've only painted War Machine and 40k. Cool, man. You should check out Infinity. You might like it. It's a pretty sweet game. Just search for Infinity the game or Corvus Belly. Alright, I'm gonna work on this guy. Let's get this yellow. Gold blobs, eh? I think pretty much everybody who starts with miniature painting overprimes their miniatures in the beginning. That's why you can kind of that's why you can go on eBay and usually pick up some pretty cheap miniatures that somebody overprimed, and then they got discouraged because they looked like crap, and so now they're on eBay selling them for cheap. And you can buy them and then just get some of that green stuff, whatever it's called. Remove all the paint and paint them again. Simple green, yeah, that's the stuff. You use a 12-0? What the heck is that? Isn't that really small? I didn't even know that they went that small. Isn't like 12, 0, doesn't that mean like 0.00000? Like 12 zeros? This one I'm using here is it's a 3/0. 3/0. It's not the ideal brush. I ordered some Series 7, but they haven't arrived yet. This one I picked up at a art store. It's the closest thing they had to a decent brush for miniatures. It's not bad. Yeah, I have a smaller brush too. This one here from Army Painter. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on it. They call it the Psycho. It's pretty small, but for this I think I need something bigger than that. That's the one that you use? That's the 12/0 or 20/0? Oh yeah, you're right. They have 20/0. Man, that's gotta be so small. That's gonna be so tiny. I really only use like the really tiny brushes when I'm doing really detailed stuff like the eyes, if I'm painting the eyes on a Space Marine or something. But for any surfaces like this, I always use a bigger brush. Oh, you use you got your paints from Michaels too? I've never used their paints before. I've kind of stuck with the first paints I bought were GW paints, and I got used to using them, and that's what I've stuck with. I have no idea how the other ones work, how well the other ones work. Looks like I'm still gonna have to do a few more layers of this yellow to get it looking bright. Yellow is definitely not the easiest color to paint. But I want my Orks yellow, so I'm willing to tough it out. Very thick, eh? Yeah, I'm almost I'm scared to use paints from Michaels. I don't know, maybe they're good, but I spent so much money on the minis.
Make the ground shake.
Kerberos, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. And I know they have the I know they have like the big thicker, like the big tubes and stuff, but the acrylics. But are they the same kind of paint? Like, do they work the same way on miniatures and plastics? That's cool. Yeah, I just bought some primers from Vallejo, but for airbrushing. So I'll be playing with those. Actually, I ordered 3 of them, black, white, and gray. But I've only so far gotten the white one. The other 2 are still being shipped. Outside of that, I've always used either GW or Army Painter primers, the ones in the spray cans. I just got my airbrush like the other day. Well, I had a Badger. Like I just bought a cheapy one from Michael's, but I didn't really like it. And the compressor I had was crappy. It was really loud. It's like one of those ones, not really for airbrushing. Well, not really for hobby use. It's more like the kind of you would have in your garage. So it's like super loud. But I just got a really nice compressor the other day. An Iwata one. And the thing is so quiet. But I haven't had time to set it up yet. But I'm looking forward to getting that thing set up and learning how to use it. Yeah, I really like the yellow one, the Orks. I don't know why, I just love the yellow color on them. The red ones, the red Orks, they just don't do anything for me. I mean, they're okay, but the yellow just looks so much brighter and more in your face. But I think the yellow looks better on Orks than it does on Space Marines. I mean, it's just my personal preference, but... Yeah, it's pretty bright now, eh? I like it. You're watching Twitch from your home gym? Nice. Are you like on a treadmill or like a exercise bike or something? You're hardcore sitting at your desk, eh? I was doing that earlier. Well, actually, I'm still sitting at my desk, but I was sitting at my desk today and watching some streamers in the background. It's fun. Just about to do weights, eh? Awesome, man. Alright, that one's looking bright. Wow. Look at the difference between these two. That yellow, eh? That's a huge difference. Well, it's bigger in real life. The camera makes them both look kind of bright, but time to get this guy looking brighter. Yeah, I think I'm really gonna like these yellow helmets. I think they look better than the silver. It's just gonna take a little bit of time to get all of them painted with the yellow because there's so many layers I have to do in order for the brightness to come through. But I think in the end it'll be worth it. Because they're gonna look nice and bright. And strike fear into my opponents. Do they have glow-in-the-dark paints? For miniatures? If they had a glow-in-the-dark yellow, I'd totally do that. I wonder if there's like a glow-in-the-dark glaze or something that you can get that basically just you still paint whatever color, but you just paint this over. That'd be kind of neat. It's like a glow-in-the-dark pigment or something. That'd be awesome. I would totally do that on my orcs. They have, Michael's has glow-in-the-dark paint? That is very interesting. I am going to totally look into that. Have you ever used it? I'm totally gonna look into that. That would be awesome. Like I wonder if I could paint even over this yellow or add to this yellow to make it glow in the dark. That's awesome. I'm definitely gonna look into that after the stream. Man, I gotta remember to keep the mini in camera view. Alright, that has to dry. I'm gonna add a bit more layers to this one. That's cool, man. Next time I'm at Michael's, I'm definitely gonna look into that. Now that I'm on their email list, they're always emailing me coupons for 40 or 50% off. Right, this yellow is starting to look really nice. Oh wow, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. I'm not a vet, but that's cool that they do that. Yeah, I would imagine. 70% off. That's like, what is that? Like almost 900 bucks worth of stuff. Oh, but the 50% off coupon, that's usually only for one product, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna fix up some of this some of that yellow that bled over onto this, because I'm curious what it's gonna look like when it's all nice. So I'm gonna use lead belcher. Just to fix up that front of this gun here. Okay, that's good. And what about this one? It's gonna get rid of this ugly looking little mold line here. Silver is always fun to paint because it covers so well. Okay, that looks pretty good. Gonna fix up a little bit of green because that yellow. I got a little bit of yellow on there. So going back to Warpstone, glow for the skin on the Orks. I got reinforcements? What do you mean? Which reinforcements are you referring to, Grendler? Oh yeah. Yeah, Jabil's he's a good friend of mine. And I have a couple of I have another friend named Chris and my sister. Her name's Agata, and all four of us are into tabletop gaming. I'm getting them all addicted to the hobby. And we're all creating like YouTube videos, and as soon as Chris and Agata get their streaming setup going, they're gonna be streaming as well. But yeah, Jabil just got his streaming. He's been having a few challenges with his microphone setup and stuff like that, but he's just getting it all organized and set up, and he's starting to do his streams now, which is kind of cool and exciting. Another streamer. Yeah, it's a Twitch army. It's really exciting to see all the people on Twitch, all the different streamers coming on and starting to stream, painting and all that stuff. There's so much cool stuff you can learn. I'm learning from pretty much everybody. As many streams as I can tune into, because you always learn something new from everybody. Everyone's got different perspectives, everyone's got different habits, everyone's got different little tricks that they figured out. It's almost like mixed martial arts. You watch the UFC. A lot of the best fighters in the world, they'll go and train in all kinds of different techniques and all kinds of different disciplines, because there's always little things that you can pick up and then synthesize your own take on everything. Alright, so one last thing I want to do on... Actually, let me just do this guy, the green on this guy first before I switch colors again. So Grendler, I picked up a couple of, I ordered a couple of Series 7 brushes. They are on the way, being shipped to me right as I sit here. Supposedly they're on the way. Some courier has it. Hopefully he's not using them to paint his minis. I'm really curious to see how those brushes work out. I'm excited. To be honest, putting price aside, out of all the different brushes that I've tested over the years, and I'm just a beginning painter, but I tried so many different types of brushes, and to be honest, the ones that I like the best so far have been GW brushes. But that's because I've never had a Series 7 or any of the Sable brushes. But outside of outside of that, the GW brushes are actually pretty nice. They're expensive, but they're pretty nice. I'm not too impressed with the Army Painter brushes at all. Like, they're almost the same price as the GW ones. But I just don't like them. The only reason I bought the Army Painter ones was because my local gaming store didn't have any of the GW brushes. They were all sold out. They only had Army Painter. Ah, man, there's this one spot in there that's yellow, and I have to fix it, otherwise it's gonna drive me nuts. There. That's better. So Grendler, what are you working on now? Like, what on your stream? What are you painting? Are you working on the Avatar project, or you had some commission or something that? Oh no, you were. Last time I saw you were building the whatchamacallit, that box game from GW. Silver Tower. That's the one. Silver Tower. There's a lot of minis in there. There's like, what, 50 minis in there or something? Are you painting all of them? And are you painting them to like tabletop quality, or are you doing like your super hardcore pro painted 50 to 100 hours of work put into one miniature type of thing? Because that level of painting that you guys do, like you and Micho and a few of the other streamers. Yeah, okay, cool. That's what I thought. Because if you did what you guys are doing for some of the other miniatures, to paint 50 of them, I mean, I think Micho was working on that one Space Marine for about, what, 3 weeks? 3 to 4 weeks? Maybe 3 weeks. So if you had 50 of those, that would take you like 4 years or something. I'll definitely have to tune in and watch you guys paint. I want to see what your minis look like when they're painted to tabletop standard. I'm sure they'll look better than the stuff I'm doing. Okay, so these guys like this. how much time. For mine, I do. I was actually calculating this out the other day. I would say I've probably put in maybe approximately 2 hours per mini, per orc. But I'm doing them in batches, so it's a little bit different. But I added up all the hours and then I divided it by the number of minis I got here. And I think so far I'm average, I'd say around 2 hours. But that's before I started putting on the yellow. That might actually add a little bit more to it. I'm gonna change the color of these horns that they have here to this. Make them look like they're made out of bone. Oh, for this I'm using a Screaming Skull, in case you guys were wondering. Yeah, I think that looks better. With the horns being like a lighter color. I'll do a little bit of a wash on them a little bit after they dry. Should we test out some of that blood on this guy's knife? What do you guys think? That blood for the blood god. I've never used that stuff before. Blood for the blood god. I have never used this paint before. Any of you guys used this before? This stuff? No idea how to use it. Oh man, look at that. Dude, that looks like blood. That's kind of disturbing. It looks like a vial of blood, man. It's creepy looking. I'm gonna test this thing out. No idea how to use this, but let's see. Alright, what's important with it? Tell me. Before I mess it up. Strike it as the blood would splatter. So you don't paint it on, you just kind of like spray it. I might end up spraying all of my orcs though. Well, let me see here. What do I have lying around here? Just grab a random base. Let me just play around with it a little bit before I apply it to the orcs. Yeah, whatever. Alright, I'll wait. Although I do have a lot of orcs here, so I'll probably experiment, try a few different things. Alright, let's see this. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay. I see what he's doing. Alright, let's test it out. So I'm gonna need a slightly bigger brush, I think. And I'll use this one. Let's test it out. Wow, that looks actually pretty cool. This is going to be a little bit tricky because I can't really get in here. I think that's pretty good. You have to do a little bit more down here. Hey, Six, do you guys know what army the most dragons in it? The most dragons? I don't know. Orks have some dragons. Greenskins, I mean. I don't really know too much about Age of Sigmar dragons. But I do know there's the Greenskins have some pretty cool looking beasts. I don't know if they're classified as dragons, but they look like dragons. Of course I'm biased. Look at that. Whatchamacallit? Display case. It's full of greenskins. Yeah, there is a big, huge orc dragon thingy. I actually have one. I haven't built it yet, but I have one. What do you guys think of that blood? Yeah, Maw Crusher. Maw Crusher. That's the one. Uh-oh. Now that I've used the blood once, the blood god has gotten me. I'm gonna have to put it on everything now. Especially this chainsaw thing. Can't really have a chainsaw thing with no blood on it. His face? I don't know if I want to have blood all over their face. I think if I start going too much blood, I think it'll end up like I'll probably end up going crazy and my whole model will be covered in blood. Because I mean, technically if he's got blood all over the chainsaw, he should have blood splatter all over his arm and probably all over his face and all over his helmet and pretty much everywhere. I mean, that chainsaw, if it really like went into somebody, it would pretty much splatter all over him, right? So, but I don't know if I want that look, to have blood everywhere. I think I'll just kind of keep it on the weapons, even though realistically, if there was blood on the weapon, there'd probably be blood everywhere. I like the yellow, the contrast of the green and the yellow, and now the blood. I like it. I don't know if I'm gonna put blood on all of the orcs, but I think some of them will have blood on their weapons. Yeah, I think it looks good too. Thanks. Alright, so I think I kind of figured out what I want to do with the rest of these guys with the yellow. I want to introduce a lot more of the yellow into the orcs. So with like guys like this, he's got the shoulder pad here, so I'll paint that yellow. And then I can also, on his shooter, I can put some on the gun as well. On a guy like this, I can put it on the gun. Maybe this plate here. Or maybe just the gun. They don't necessarily all have to have a lot of yellow. Or maybe like the back plate here or something. Yeah, if they have the shoulder pad, I'll do that part yellow. That's pretty easy to figure out. And then for guys like this with the helmet, I'll do the helmets yellow. So any of the guys that are wearing a helmet, I'll do that yellow. Same with this one. I'll make this guy's helmet yellow as well. And I'll probably, that furry part, I'll probably paint that with this screaming skull. Make it a little bit lighter colored. And a guy like this guy, he's got the yellow there. I'll probably put it on his guns as well, and then that'll be it for him. This dude, I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe this shoulder pad, yellow. One of the two will be yellow. I think I'll leave the gun as it is. Maybe this little grill part here, I might make that yellow. And maybe this front plate on his jaw. Maybe I'll do that one in yellow too. Not sure yet. It does look kind of cool silver though, like the metallic color. I don't know, I'll have to see. Maybe once I make the shoulder yellow, it'll be enough. Alright, Yeti. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. I'm actually going to be finishing off the stream in a few minutes here. I gotta get some sleep. But yeah, I think I figured out how I'm gonna do the yellows. So this actually worked out pretty well. This foundation color, Yanden Darksun. So I'll paint the rest of them on the next stream. I'll work on painting the rest of these guys with that foundation, and then however many layers of the Ariel yellow that I need to do. And then for some of them, I will do I'll do the paint splatter, or the blood splatter, I should say. That's a pretty cool paint though, this technical paint. Blood for the blood god. I've got a few other technical paints that I picked up. Haven't really learned how to use them yet. What else do I have here? I got Nurgle's Rot and this Nihilak Oxide. This might also be interesting. Rise of Rust. I'm gonna have to watch the videos from Warhammer TV. See how they use these. Get some ideas how I can use them on my Orks. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I might do that. Sorry, I was not online. Yeah, I might have to put blood on all of the spikes, because otherwise, you're right, it doesn't look like it's spinning. Actually, I'm going to do that right now, because now it's going to bug me. Where did I put that? Because yeah, if it was spinning, then it wouldn't make any sense for there to be no blood on, or for there to be blood on some of them but not on the others. So let me just quickly throw some blood on. Yeah, I think that looks better. Alright, I'm gonna stop it there. Otherwise I'll be here for another 2 hours painting because it's so much fun. And I really have to get some sleep. Alright, so next time I'll work on the yellows and maybe some more blood. And then after that it'll probably just be the bases. Getting the bases done. And then these boys should be pretty much done. And I can move on to the rest of my orcs. In the meantime, I'm gonna see maybe tomorrow I can work on my getting my airbrush set up, because I really want to start learning how to use that. Hey, cute braids. You don't like the yellow on the helmet? Meteors? No, Draca. I don't want to go look for meteors. What are you doing up anyways? Should be sleeping. Alright guys, I'm gonna end this stream here. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys, well, Grindler, I'll probably be seeing you on your next stream. I want to see you painting those minis. And the rest of you, if you guys are streaming too, I'll be tuning into your streams as well. Thanks, guys. No problem, Leonis. Night, Bitwars. Night, Grindler. Night, everybody. See you guys next time.